I'm John Skinner, and this supports my book Striper Pursuit, and you can learn more about the book at striperpursuit.com.
Okay, this is the plug that I'm going to be using in this video, and this is a Mad Mantis plug. It's made by David Stingo. He makes two other sizes. This is a small and a medium, and I'll tell you what, I've used all three sizes throughout the season, and they're great plugs. This was really great in the spring with the first fish of the season, the schoolies. This is wonderful on like an 8-foot rod. And this one here, yeah, this starts out as 2 ounces without any hooks or hardware. But what I've done, you can see this little discoloration here. I've injected pancake syrup into this, and this is to give it some extra weight. And sure, you can use water, but pancake syrup is actually about 40% denser than water, and it goes by specific gravity. Specific gravity of water is 1.0, and it's about 1.4 for pancake syrup or maple syrup. So this means you need less of it to get the same weight in there. And also with it being a little thicker, it kind of keeps it towards the back of the plug, which is where I want it on the cast. And this is very simple to do, this little dot over here. This is from drilling, and then I had a syringe, and to get maple syrup to work in the syringe, I had to warm it up slightly in the microwave and inject it. And then it's covered over with just a little bit of epoxy, and if you just run your finger over it, it just fills in the hole perfectly, and you can barely see that little dot. That's what that was. So now this plug, the weight is around 2.75 to 2.8 ounces, and ooh, it casts like a bullet. Now, another thing I did to mess around with the weight a little bit in the action is I've got 2 different hook sizes on here. This is a 6.0, I'm sorry, this is a 6X strong VMC, size 3.0. This is a 1.0 Owner Stinger ST66. This is a vicious hook, and I really like it. It's very strong, very sharp. One of my YouTube viewers turned me on to this, and I thank him for that, because this is a great hook. Kind of pricey. They can run up to like $2 a pop, but by putting something slightly heavier on the back, it's really keeping that plug flying nice and level, straight, not spiraling. So just beautiful casting distance. And that's a cool thing about plastic plugs in general. I mean, I do the same thing with the Tsunami Talking Poppers, although not so much nowadays that they do make an XD version. They make one that's already a little bit heavier weighted. But before they made that, I didn't hesitate to drill those plugs and fill them as well. So that's a nice thing about plastic plugs.
And I added 7 cc's of maple syrup to this, and I have links to all of the gear in the description of the video, and J&H does carry these plugs. All right, here we go. I've got a nasty storm approaching, and I'm going to do some pencil popping. And it hits really sharp beautifully against this dark gray background. So just, yep, keep your eyes out on the water out in front of me. Oh, crap! Yeah, that fish pushed a lot of water. I was not happy about dropping it. And this was an October trip.
Oh, there he is.
All right, that's the 9-foot Lamiglass Skinner rod, 9 foot 2 inches, 30-pound braid, a Penn 6500 Slammer 3, and yeah, I need to put as much pressure as I can on these fish, or I'm going to get hung up in the rocks. So it's easy to add a lot of weight to the plug, but if you add too much weight, you're going to kill the action. I've added significant weight to this one, and the action is beautiful, and most importantly, the fish love it.
That's a nice one.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Come on, rock.
All right, hopefully you could see that that fish was banging that plug around for a good maybe 7 to 10 seconds there. You know what, when they do that, you just keep that thing moving, keep it dancing. Just try to, make it look wild. Don't give them a good look at it. And many times the result's going to be this. You're going to hook them up.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, it's getting darker for two reasons. One is that the sun is setting, but also that storm is starting to get closer. It's still a little bit off. I still feel safe, but it's getting closer. In fact, when this fish is on, you're going to see a couple lightning flashes. And I'm not going to be staying around too much longer.
See that one. Thank you. That's it.
All right, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to my channel.